your last homework video, you looked at the Design tab. Basically, you were looking at ways to organize your document to give it a professional appearance and to be able to make changes that would go throughout the entire document. And you were looking at mainly using themes, which are here, and styles, which are here. We went over fonts and how to customize fonts. We are going to continue looking at some of the advanced features of Word that allow you to customize your document or create documents that look professional. The first place I want you to go is Page Layout. Now, if you remember, under Page Layout, you can adjust your margins. You can change your page orientation. But you can also, if you don't remember, adjust your size. It has some standard sizes set in, like letter and legal. Most people work in letter. Sometimes you'll work in legal. There are some other sizes that people use depending on what they are doing and what they are creating. But if you want to create a custom, you can go here and go to more page sizes, and you can create your own page size. You are only limited by what your printer will allow you to do. So normally the number you see first is your width. The next number is the height. You want to do a 5x7 document, a picture, and you want it to be 5x7. Type in 5x7, you get a document that would be 5x7. You can change it and make it whatever you want. It's important to remember that you have more features in the dialog box. Page Layout, Page Setup, and launch the dialog box. You can also access margins there, but then you can make changes that are specific to certain parts of your document. There's also Layout. On the Layout is where you would go to vertically align text. To show you what I mean. And I'm going to add a paragraph so we can see what it does. I just copied it from another document. Here's the paragraph. It's set up on the paper. We go to Home. We can see that it's left aligned. We can center align it. We can left align it. We can right. But if you look, and we're going to view this one page, if you look, it's at the top of the page. When we go into Page Layout, launch the dialog box, and we change the vertical alignment, and we center it, it centers it on the page. We can have it go center it on the bottom, so now it appears on the bottom of our page. Vertical alignment aligns it on the page from top to bottom. You remember your home will align going left to right. There's another feature when you go into Page Layout, which has to do with headers. I just want you to remember this is here. I'm going to show you a different way to do these same things. But this is different on odd and even and different on first page. If you click these, it'll change the way your headers look. Another thing, through this box, you can get to borders. You have paragraph borders, which would be the first tab. Middle tab would put a page border on. You can do paragraph shading from here as well. So if we wanted to give, now we've shaded our paragraph. This is another way to get to borders. We want to do a page border. You can do everything from here. It brings you to the same box. There's another feature which you won't use very much, but I just want you to be aware it's there. Hopefully if you ever need to, you'll remember. Under Page Layout, back in the dialog box, under the Layout tab, you can do number lines. You can tell it where you want it to start. You can have it restart each section. You can have it go continuous through your entire document. But if you do line numbers, it actually puts in the numbers so that you can keep track of which line you find information on. It's used sometimes when you're proofing a document so that you can go through and look at it and somebody else can tell you which lines they found problems on or which lines you have to go back and check. If you're trying to provide proof, it sometimes is useful, when you're learning how to do it so that you can put line numbers so you know where you get your information from. What I do want to save time on is Quick Parts. You would go to your Insert tab. If you go into Quick Parts, there's Building Block Organizer. That's what we're going to look at. Building Block Organizer has a whole bunch of things in it And I'm going to click the gallery button. Each one of these buttons, if you click it, there's descriptions, behaviors, however, but what you're going to be mainly concerned with is the name and the gallery. Each one of these tabs at the front, or one of these section headings at the top, allows you to sort by that feature. We're going to look at the galleries first. Galleries are sorted by alphabetical order. At some point, you're going to have to put in a bibliography or a works cited page. They have features that will allow you to automatically put it in, and it'll give you an idea how to do so. And there's a place you can go in to put in sources, and then it would help you make your bibliography. Let's go back to quick parts, building blocks, cover pages. There are different types of cover pages depending on what kind of document you're going to do. You can insert a cover page. Now notice it gave me a new page. It put my name in it because it knows who I am. And you can edit that. Now that was WISP, if you didn't catch it. We used the WISP cover page. I'm going to sort by name now. I'm going to go down to WISP. If you look, not only is there a WISP cover page, there's a footer that's related to WISP, which basically just puts a line around. There's a header. There's text boxes that is set to go with WISP. So that if you were to use these, notice how on this text box, it's got a similar design to what this cover page has. So that when you use it in a document, it looks like you've used something and you've created a professional document. The building blocks will help you to do that. If we go back to the galleries, you can see there's equations, footers, which we've gone over, headers, page numbers, tables, text boxes, watermarks. Now I'm going to caution you. While it's great to use the building blocks, they help out. Do not delete the building blocks that exist in Word unless you are 100% sure you will never use them. Once you delete something, it's gone. If you accidentally click delete, it's going to go, are you sure you want to delete the selected building block? Do not delete them. There's no reason to go in and delete them at this point in time. There are ways to edit it. When you edit it, I am going to strongly recommend you put your initials after it. We're not going to go into how to edit today, but you can put your initials after it and then save it. And then that way you'll still have the original there should you ever want to go back to use it. What I want to show you, and the reason I have this created, is we're going back to headers. Now you can get into headers a couple of ways, but you can get into the header by double clicking at the top of your page. That'll bring you into your header and footer tools. You can also go into insert, go to header, and edit. That'll bring you to this header and footer tools as well. If you notice, this is a cover page. While I have a header on this page and every other page, it is not showing up on the header because it says different on first page. That means that the first page is not going to show a header. If I uncheck this, the header appears. You would use this for the purpose I have here. I've created a cover page and I don't want my headers to show on the cover page. There's no reason. It's going to have all the information they need, but I want my header or the page numbers to show on subsequent pages so that if they get separated or lost, they know who the document belongs to.